Hello everyone, it's me, still Cypher the Black, and today I'm doing what if Deku was Drift from Fortnite Part 4, or just Drift in general. Anyways, before we get into this, I want to correct myself on something. For 4th place, what I meant by Bird Dude, at like the end of the sports festival, I forgot his name. His name is Tokoyami, so I apologize for that. Actually forgetting his name and just calling him Bird Dude. So, I also want to explain myself. I did not post Nightmare Sands. What if Deku was Nightmare Sands? Because I was having storage issues and I kind of forgot about it, so I'm sorry. Yeah, uh, yeah, I'm sorry for that. Anyways, let's get into this, what if? So, after the sports festival, we're getting into the Hosu arc. So, the Azella comes in talking about internships. So then like everyone got hero internships, and Deku got the most, and so did Catalyst. So yeah. Then, if you're gonna ask, what kind of hero agency did he go to, and also, well, Catalyst, they went to a Lightning Heroes agency. Let's call this guy, Mr. Electric. Yeah, let's call him that. They go there, but before that, Ida is currently going to go find the hero killer and take his revenge on him for injuring his brother. So, Deku talks to him about that. He's like, Ida, if you ever need to talk about it, we're always here. So friends are for, right? So, yeah. And I feel like I didn't mention this before, but I want to talk about something. Todoroki did use his left side in the UA Explosives. So if I didn't mention that, then I'm going to, yeah. Like, he did use his left side because Deku convinced him to use his left side. So, yeah. And then, anyways, when it starts to begin, their internships, Deku and Catalyst are on patrol with Mr. Electric. And then they see, well, everything is on fire. So yeah, and then they go to check it out, and then it's a bunch of Nomus coming out. And then they meet up with, well, Manuel, and they're all fighting it, all the Nomus. But when they meet up with Manuel, they tell him that they tell Deku and also Mr. Electric and Catalyst that, well, Ida's not here. And so, yeah. Also, apologizing if this is a bit sloppy. I'm just tired. So, yeah. I apologize. But Deku had a suspicion that Ida was gonna do something. So, Drift, Drift goes off to find him. He just runs off, not even saying a word, but Catalyst knows what he's going to do. And Catalyst just stays and helps with the Nomus and stuff. And then Deku's just running around looking for Ida in alleyways, because that's where because like Deku read up on the hero killer, like he watched what would happen like on the news reports and online. He knows he would attack in alleyways, so he searched in alleyways until he came across him. He was about to stab it. He was like the hero killer was about to stab him until Deku came out with the rift edge and then blocked it from coming. And then the hero killer, we're Stain. Stain says, so, you're actually the one to find me. But I must say, well, like, he's still, like, holding it in place. He's, like, Deku's using the fidge to hold it in place. And it, like, it's holding it in place, but he's kind of struggling a bit. And then the hero killer goes on to say, don't get in my way from killing these fakes. I'm also gonna recall what I said like 2 seconds ago. He says, don't stop me from killing these fake heroes. But then Deku just straight up punches Stain in the jaw, knocking him back a bit. He then Ida tells him to stop. This is his fight and not Deku's. But Deku doesn't listen. He said that like Ida says this is his business, and like before, Deku says messing around where they aren't supposed to be. That's the true essence of a hero. And Stain notices what he said. He said, "This one is truly worthy." And then Stain goes on to say, "Listen, kid, I'll let you live. You are truly worthy of being a hero. Just let me get rid of them." And Deku says, "No, just because they aren't, actually they're fake heroes, it doesn't mean that they can't become real ones." And Stain is kind of like shocked. Like, no one has ever said that to him before. Like, and then he thinks to himself, can these fake heroes actually become real heroes? But he's caught off guard when Deku's charging at him. But then Stain just jumps up in the air. He jumps up in the air, and then he goes to slash Deku, but he slashes him a little bit, like in the arm, and he licks it, and then Deku is now paralyzed. He drops the rift edge. He's on the ground now, and he's about to kill him. But before that, directly when he arrived, Deku had his phone out and pressed his location to all of his friends, and then Todoroki got notice of this. So Todoroki, he's with Endeavor fighting the Nomus. And he gets this location, and he's like, it must be urgent. So then Todoroki just straight up runs off. And there was like, where are you going? Todoroki doesn't answer, but he just keeps on running. So let's flash back to where we are now. Ida's about to be stabbed by the hero killer, but then fire comes through the side, and Stain dodges this, and it's Todoroki coming there. And then he creates ice, and he's protecting Native and Ida and Deku. But Deku gets up slowly, and Todoroki's just fighting Stain. And what catches Stain off guard is that he gets a pull on a tug on his leg, and it's Deku. He throws him down into the ice, causing the ice to break. And then he then straight up, using his fist, breaks one of his ribs, like punching him back down into the ground, attempting to knock him out, but it didn't work. But Stain kicks Deku in the face, and it hurt because he has those metal, those sharp things at on the front of his boots or whatever it's called. And then Deku just kind of holding it because it's bleeding, and he gets punched in the face again by Stain. Not again, but he gets punched in the face. And Todoroki is flying fire and ice again. So, and then, they fight, and then Stain's up in the air, and his entire, forgot to mention that Todoroki said that the pro heroes are coming as they speak, and then Stain's fighting style changes to kind of like an animal, as he did in the anime, and he starts he's getting desperate, and they know, and Todoroki and Deku notice this, and he's just trying to kill them as fast as possible so he can get out of there. And Todoroki's firing ice, and he gets cut in his cheek, and he tries to, and Stain grabs his shirt and tries to lick it so he can paralyze him, but he gets fired again. And then there's two knives into Todoroki's arm, causing it to bleed. And in the previous scene, Ida gets up, kicks Stain up in the air, I believe, from what I remember. Sorry if I'm getting some things wrong. And then his engines are out of gear, and then he asks Todoroki to freeze his engine, increases like the engine so it can have like a boost. He does that. Then Totally leaps in the air, and then Deku does the exact same thing. He leaps in the air. He straight up punches Stain in the face while he delivers a kick, and he's knocked out. They restrain him and take all of his weapons. And then the pro heroes come for Endeavor. They drag Stain out of the alley. Then we see the winged Nomu. The one with the bat wings. His eye is bleeding a lot, and they're about to take like Stain into custody. Like I said, not like I said, but like they're about to take Stain into custody. Then, well, yeah, they're about to take him into custody. Then the winged Nomu comes and grabs Deku. Deku is about to use his electricity to shock it, his lightning, his red lightning to like shock it and like make him let it go of him. But then Stain charges and grabs the gnome, like the note, like that landed up like the gnome landed on that woman who was there. I forget her. I don't exactly know her pro hero name. But like Stain goes to the ground and licks the gnome's blood off of her cheek because that's where it landed when Deku was taken. So yeah, then the gnome was paralyzed, falls to the ground. Stain has his mini knife. He runs towards it, stabs it in the head, killing it. And then he gives his speech that the only one that will kill him is, well, All Might. And then, yeah, All Might. And then like his bandana falls off, and everyone sees his face, and everyone's paralyzed with fear. Deku's attempting to move, but as Stain was about to step, he stops. Cause this is where his rib goes into his heart, stopping it. Because, like I said before, Deku punched, breaking one of his ribs, and it poked into his heart, I believe, as they were said before. And yeah, then it's the hospital, and Deku suffered minor injuries from Stain. Like he can move his hand a bit, so yeah. And Todoroki was, and they were all in the ring. Todoroki, Ida, Deku were there. They were all in the hospital, resting and recovering until, I forget his name, but it was like that, the police officer, like that, the FBI agent with the dog head. I forget his name. If anyone can tell me or correct me, like what his name is, then please do. He tells them that they shouldn't have given the hero care serious injuries, and that they're gonna let the credit go to Endeavor. And so, the next day they're at UA. When they get out of the hospital, the next day they go to UA, and yeah, and then like Aizawa says they're going to the training camp. And then everyone says they're gonna go on a shopping trip, so like they can get some clothes to get some clothes from what I remember. Yeah, they're going to go to the mall to go, but well, actually Deku pulls Ida off to the side for a minute, like outside the classroom, and he talks to Ida. He says to Ida, "Listen, Ida, you shouldn't have done that. It was completely stupid and reckless. You shouldn't have gone up to the hero killer." And Ida acknowledges and knows this, and he apologizes to Deku for this. But then Deku says, "It's fine. Just make sure that after this, you become a true hero." And what I mean by this, like, become a true hero, is because, like, when Ida did this, he wasn't acting very hero-like. So, yeah. And everyone goes to the shopping mall. And then, while everyone goes to shop, while Deku's just sitting alone, and Shigaraki comes to him and has all of his 4 fingers on his neck minus his middle finger. And then, actually, sorry, before that, like, he says, so Shigaraki, like, Deku not knowing it's Shigaraki, but unnamed to Shigaraki, Deku knows it's Shigaraki. He's like, hey, are you that kid from the UA Sports Festival? You were cool. I just wanted to meet you. Can I have an autograph? He's like, sure. But then all 4 fingers of Shigaraki's fingers wrap around Deku's neck, and he's like, why don't we have a talk? And then they're sitting down at the bench, and then Shigaraki says, why is everyone talking about that stupid hero killer? I don't understand what makes him so different from me. Deku just plain out says, well, for one, he had his ideals. He didn't destroy anything just because he hated it. He had his morals. He understood what he wanted. He wanted to destroy all fake heroes. Well, I don't agree with him being a criminal and doing this. At least he had an ideal goal. But then Shigaraki understands this. And Uraraka doesn't come over to see this. It was like, you know what, she does, and he's like, could you let go of him? Just, oh, sorry. Well, Deku was unfazed by this, completely calm. Shigaraki then walks away into the crowd. And like, he disappears into the crowd, and then you get the whole monologue thing about how that the problem is All Might and such. And then then after that, he, like, Midori is asked to come to the police station and talk about what happened. He goes home that day and goes to sleep and ready for the training camp. So this is where I'm gonna end it. Basically, if this is too short, I apologize, and if any of you want me to remake this part, I will gladly do, if you guys like me to. And yeah, so everyone have a good day or good night, whatever they are. Make sure to subscribe, like, and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to comment down below what you'd like. So bye everyone.